Okay, so part 2. Oh yeah, Ellie said good morning, everybody in the chat. Part 2 is information questions.
Good
Okay.
morning.
That was nice, thank you. Information questions. So that means you're asking for information. Okay. So for example, what is your name?
Pamela.
There you go. Somebody answer yes. So this is a question you cannot answer yes or no, right? If somebody says, what's your name? And you say yes. Your name is yes?
No.
Doesn't really work, does it? Yeah. Okay. So these you're asking for information. It's not just a yes or no. Okay. All right. So all of these, what I call question words. The what, when, where, who, why, how. Okay, so the first step as an information question is, which word am I going to use? So what for a thing, where for a location, when for
Time.
when, why, who for a person, and of course our famous how. Okay. I did put a little note on here. Remember, it can be just how, like we say, how are you, right? But you could also say how many, how much, how long, how far. There's lots of variations with how, so don't forget those. Yeah, a lot of times we say WH words because most of them are WH. Okay. But how is also included with the most common questions. You could also include which. I did not include it here or in the practices because it's a little different. It's a little trickier. Okay, but that is also question word. Okay, so this is the first thing you do is which question word do I need? Okay. So what you're going to do with the practice later, you'll see I didn't do boxes, I just did underlining. But for the examples, I'm going to show this. So which question word describes the information that's in the box?
Where? Where?
To school is a where, right? So that where is what you're going to use to get this information that's in the box. Okay, so we know we have where. Okay, everybody's correct. It's the same 3 rules now that you're going to follow. The exact same rules we did yesterday. So to review, if you have the verb be, move it to the beginning, to the front. If you have a 2-part verb, move the first part to the front. And then all other verbs, you're either going to have present or past. So it's the same rules we followed yesterday. Okay, but we're adding that question word instead of the information in the box. This will make more sense when I go through the examples. Okay. So information in the box is equal to where. And then you follow your rules. This is rule number 1. So you have be, right? So be is going to move. So where for what information? And then follow the question rule.
Is John going?
Where is John going? little hint here, if you made the question correctly, the answer should be this. Because you're changing school to where. So if you did it right, the answer is to school. Everybody okay so far?
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay. The biggest thing here is because of the practice you did yesterday, you're used to like repeating everything. This is the biggest thing I've seen is remember, once you change school to where, that's not going to be in the question because you don't put the answer in the question. That's like saying, what's your name, Jeanette? Or where are you from, Mexico? Right? You don't put the answer in the question, just the question.
Mhm.
Like I said, you get in that habit of repeating everything and it just comes out. Oh, wait a minute. That's the answer. All right. Take a look at that. My mouse is still running around here. Aye. All right. So first you're going to look in the box. It says a new house. So choose your question word. A new house is equal to
What?
What?
what? A new house is a thing, right? Now you got to follow your question rule.
You can use why?
No, because that would be like a because thing.
Okay.
Because they needed a new house, then you would use the why. But in this case, a new house only is just a thing. So it's going to be what?
Okay.
All right. Did we figure out the question yet? What's the verb?
Have.
Only have?
Have found.
Have
Have
found.
found, right? So it's two parts.
Mhm.
So what do you do?
Put have at the beginning. Move to the beginning.
Exactly. You're going to put have at the beginning. So now you're going to have what?
What have
As
they
they
found?
found.
What have they found? Nice. Let's see. Rule number 2. What have they found? And again, if you did it correctly, the answer is
A
A
new
new
right there.
house.
So if you did the wrong question word, for example, if you say, when have they found a new house? No, that doesn't say when. Okay, so something's wrong there. So it's a way to check that you're correct. Right? Does the information here answer the question? Mhm.
When.
So at 2 a.m., if you all heard Chow,
When.
When the bar closed.
when, or there is another option for the question word.
What?
What time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you added time to this, that would be another option. So either of those would work for at 2 a.m. What's the verb?
Close.
Close.
Closes.
Closes.
Closes. Okay. So which rule is closes?
The bar.
Or what kind of verb is closes?
The first one.
The
The
third rule.
third one.
Third rule. Present or past?
Present.
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 Uh-huh. So what do we use? And it has an
Did.
S.
Did.
No, present.
What time is? What time is?
Nope. What do we use for simple present with an S?
Does.
Does.
Oh, yeah. What
Does. Yeah. There's no is here, so you can't use is in the question. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Okay. So present verb, right? It's either going to be do or does. The bar is it. So he, she, it. Have to use does. Okay. So we said this is when. Sorry, I lost my pen. So this is when. When
Does
does
the bar close?
Close.
the bar close? Okay, let's see if we got it right. Okay, so again, you're following the same rules, but it does make it a little more complicated when you have to like take out part and then change it to the who, what, when, where. Okay. So like I said, there's a little more involved here. It takes a little more time, a little more thinking, but it is the same three rules, at least. So at least that part's the same. Okay. Okay. Any questions so far? I do have one more slide that there are some exceptions to this.
You know,
So
teacher,
as I told you, yeah.
when we take the grammar, we found oh it is good, but when we do it conversation, we not used all this.
That's normal. That's normal. If you were trying to teach me Arabic, and you were telling me and I was just repeating, that would be easy. And then if I have to go do it myself, it's like, wait, what did I do? What do I have to do? That's normal.
We know the information, but we not used it.
Yeah, and that, like I said, that's totally normal. It takes time and practice.
Yeah.
You'll get there. You'll get there. Okay. I speak from experience. I learned another language as an adult, so I totally understand. Okay. Okay, so we do have a little exception here. Okay. This is one thing that's a little different than the yes/no questions. Okay. When the question, ooh, that's a typo. Sorry. I gotta go erase that. That's a typo. When the question is asking about a subject, the subject is the person or thing that starts the sentence. Right? So if I say, the college is blah, 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 the college would be the subject. It does not follow the rules. Okay. In a way, this is a little easier. So in these cases, if you have a subject, you change the subject to the question word, and everything else is usually the same. The only difference is in present, the question word always uses the he, she, it verb. It's treated like it. Okay. Even if the subject you're changing from is like they, it's you still, when you have a question word, you're asking for the information. You don't know if it's one person, two people, 100 people. You don't know. So we always use the he, she, it verb. Okay. So I have some examples here. So Joe went to work. Joe is the subject.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, all you do is change Joe to who and copy.
Went to work.
Mhm. The coffee tastes bad. Coffee is the subject. Coffee is what? So you just change coffee to what? And then everything else is the same. So the third example, this is the only time when it's different. So in this case, the children are playing soccer. The children is subject. If we change the children to the question word, we're going to change it to who, right? Children are people.
Mm-hmm.
But we never say who are.
Who is?
It is. We always use for present, we always use that he, she, it verb. If you think of who or even what as it, okay, that's the verb you're going to use. So we're going to say who is, even though the sentences are, doesn't matter. When you've got the who is like he, she, or it. Okay. So like I said, this is only about when it's subject. Everything else you're going to do what we just did, which is follow the rules. Okay. But if it's at the beginning, if the person or thing is at the beginning of the sentence, if that's what you're asking about, you just change it to the question word. And don't worry, I have practice with this. All right, everybody still breathing? Kind of, sort of?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, cool. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the summary in a second. Then we're going to try doing some writing practice together. All right, and then I'll have you do your speaking practice. All right, so if you would like a picture, now's the time. But again, this is on Canvas, the whole thing. My bird's yelling. I'm going to close my door. Ellie, check the chat when you get a chance. Okay, everybody good on pictures? All right, I'm gonna stop the share for a minute so I can get these copied. All right. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of writing practice together. If my computer will cooperate. All right, I just want to get these set up so it's easier for you to understand. Don't do that, Google. Two parts. Okay. I'm gonna give you a little variety. Okay. All right, let's try these. Get out your pencil and paper. Okay. Okay. So on your practices, both speaking and writing, you'll see I don't have boxes. I just underlined. Okay. So whatever the underlined is, that's what we're going to use. Okay. So this morning,
When?
what would that be here?
When?
When.
When?
When?
Mm-hmm. Now follow your rule. What's the verb?
Drank.
Drank.
Drank. Okay.
Mm.
So if you go through your list of rules like we did yesterday, is it B,
No.
Alejandro?
Hello, teacher.
So is it B?
No.
No. Is it two
No.
parts?
No.
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 No. So we go to rule 3. Is it present or past?
Pass.
Past.
Past. So what do we use with past?
Did.
Did.
Did. Mm,
Go ahead and finish it.
Drink.
When did
Mary
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 drink
Mm.
coffee?
coffee?
Yep. And again, if you did it correctly, this should be the answer. Right? When did Mary drink coffee?
This
This
morning.
morning. Good. Okay. So I want you guys to try
Why?
writing 2, 3, and 4. Write them down. Okay. And then we'll do them together. Let me pause the recording during that. All right. Let's see where we're at. Okay. So like I said, with this, especially since you're going to be doing the talking practice next, do it step by step and take your time. Okay. So in the city, that's what
Where?
we want to change to one of these.
Where?
So in the
Wow.
city would be where, right? Mm-hmm.
Where or why?
Where?
Where?
No,
Yes, this
why would
place.
be like because.
Yes, I understand the difference, but I for this question I used why. Why? people drive fast.
But that's not, but the answer. So think about this. This is the answer.
In the city.
Mhm.
So if you say why people drive too fast, would it be in the
Yeah.
city?
Yeah.
Or would it be because they are in a hurry or whatever?
No, I answer why do people drive too fast in the city?
But that's not, nope, that's not the question. You're supposed to change in the city to the information that you're asking for.
So we
Yeah,
use
don't be
here?
changing my sentence.
Mhm.
No, whatever is underlined is the information that you're going to ask for.
Mhm.
Okay, so don't add to it. Just change, like here this morning changes to when,
Mhm.
because this morning is the information that I want
Right.
to ask about. See what I mean?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've had this happen before in class to where people like make a new question out of like the whole thing. But later.
Mhm.
All right. So we have our where. So what's the verb?
Drive.
Right.
Drive. Okay. So again, you go through your rules. Is it B?
No.
It's
No.
not B. Is it two parts?
No.
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 No. So now we go to rule 3. So is it present or past?
Present.
Present.
It's
Present.
present.
Do.
So we either have to use do or does.
Do.
Do.
Do, right?
Do.
People is like they. There's no S on the verb here, so we're going to use do. Where do
People
People
drive too
drive
fast.
too fast.
Where do people drive too fast? Answer
In the city.
in the city. Again, if you did it right, the answer should be that underlined part.
Mhm.
Okay. So like if you put when here and said when do people in the city? Oh no, that doesn't work, does it? Okay, so it's a nice little check for you to see if you got it right. All right. All right, let's try the next one. So the students will answer the teacher. So we need to start with this, the teacher. The teacher is equal to
Who?
who. We know we're starting with who for a person. Okay. What's the verb?
Will answer.
Answer.
Will answer.
Answer.
Two parts, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So what do we do?
No.
First part,
Move the
At the
first part.
move the first
To
part.
the
Yeah.
beginning.
So who
Will
Will.
answer the teacher.
will
The
The
students
students
answer.
answer.
Yeah, I heard a couple people you want to do who will answer. If you have two parts, it separates and only the first part moves and then copy the rest. Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
languages do it that way where the whole verb moves over. But in English, if you have two parts, only the first part moves.
Teacher, I can say who will the answer student?
No.
No?
No, yeah, that works in Spanish, but it don't work in English.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have the two parts like can go, will answer, what's another one I did? Have lived, you have to separate them.
Okay.
And only that first part moves. Yeah. I know, I can hear the Spanish in my head. Yeah, in Spanish you have a little more freedom to move things around. English is so strict with order. Good. So again, if you did it right, who will the student answer?
The teacher.
The teacher.
The teacher,
The teacher.
right? So if you did it correctly, okay. Well, if you use this word correctly, right? Okay.
For number
right, now-
3, I say who answers the teacher.
Nope.
Who will answer the teacher, not who will the student answer.
No, the teacher should be. So whatever she makes a good point though. So whatever I have underlined, okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be the answer, okay?
Yeah.
So this should not be in the question anywhere
Yeah.
because this is what you're asking about, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So as soon as you change this to one of the question words, this should like disappear. And it should not be anywhere here. All right. Otherwise, we go back to that. What's your name, Nora? Okay.
Mm.
But like I said, this is why this is a little trickier. This is a little more difficult than yesterday because there is more going on here. Right? Stick to your 3 rules, changing this to the question word. Okay. But this is going to take longer to learn than yesterday's did. Okay? It's just the way it works. But you'll be fine. Breathe. Okay. All right. So, number 4 is the exception.
Who has
Night time.
This is where we have the subject is the question word. So, the teachers, that's going to be who,
Who?
right? But it's the subject.
We asking for time tonight.
No, you're asking who.
who
Has.
We use who or when.
No, not when.
Tonight time.
Tonight?
Do you see an underline here?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Nora's making her own instead of following mine. That's what it is. It's a control thing. No, I'm kidding. But right here, this
We answer for this line, not for
exactly
tonight.
not your own invention. Use whatever's underlined. Uh-huh.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Now she's making her own. Okay. Okay, so here's a subject with who. Okay. Now you remember when you have a subject, okay, you kind of copy, but he, she, it verb. Okay, you don't follow the rules. You use the he, she, it verb. So what's the verb here?
Have.
Have. Except since we're using the subject, we have to change it to the he, she, it.
Has.
So who
Who has?
has?
Like a meeting
Who
tonight.
has a meeting tonight?
Teachers tonight.
Mhm.
Has a meeting the teachers tonight.
If you have that who or what is the subject, then the verb if you have a present verb, okay, then it's going to be the he, she, it form. Let me give you a variation on this to show you the difference here.
Who has a meeting the teachers tonight?
Don't put teachers in there. That's the answer. Okay, what if I change the verb to this? I'm still going to have who. It's still a subject, but the verb is 2 parts. So you don't change anything.
You not change nothing, teacher?
Sorry?
No change nothing?
Nothing changes on that one. Yeah, when you have who or what as your subject, it's pretty much the same. Have a meeting tonight. The only thing is this has to be he, she form. And here you will have is the same for he, she, I, you, whatever. So you don't have to change anything. It's just exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
That's only when it's the subject. Okay, only when it's at the beginning of the sentence like this. Okay. Then you just have basically the same thing. Everything else, you're going to follow your 3 rules like we did here. Okay, this morning, did plus the verb. Do plus the verb. But yeah, these aren't going to be, like I said, these are going to be a little more difficult, but you'll get them. All right, let me pause the recording while I put you guys into rooms. Okay, there we go. I forgot to restart the recording. Okay, so $20 is how much? The verb is paid. Okay, so past tense, what do we use?
Did
Did.
How much did?
we
We
A.
pay
Pay,
for the book?
right? Verb goes
Okay.
back to base form.
Yeah.
For the book?
Mm-hmm. Putting everything in there except that underlined part is going to be changed to the question.
How much?
So again, if you did it correctly, the answer should be underlined. How much did we pay for the book?
20.
$20. Good. Okay, so number 2, the toilet.
What?
What
What? Mm-hmm.
does
What's the verb?
the
No.
fix
Fix.
Fixes. Okay, so this one's present with the S. So what are we going to use?
does
Does.
Does.
Does the
the
plumber
plumber
fix the toilets?
fix
Does the plumber
fix
fix? No toilet, that's the answer. Don't put the answer in the question. Good. Okay, last one. For work. Not work, not at work, but for work.
why
Why? Good job. Why? What's the verb?
Have both.
have
Have bought. It's a 2-parter, right? So why?
have you bought a new car?
Why have you not bought a new car? Answer.
For work.
For work.
For work.
Excellent. Sorry. I know some of you were like, at first. But honestly, this lesson is always difficult.
It's confused.
Yeah, it's confusing, it's difficult, but honestly, you guys have done really well. Really well. I don't expect you to get this in one day. Those of you who did, well, congratulations. But yeah, I don't expect people to get this in one day. You guys have done really, really well with this. So, nice job. Okay. Like I said, you take it step by step, get your question word, and then follow your rules. Remember the exception with a subject. Okay. All right. So, let me show you what's on Canvas. We'll recycle this here. Okay, so there's from yesterday. Information questions, I kind of did the same thing. Here's the PowerPoint. If you want to see it, just click on it. And you'll see the whole, sorry, you usually have to make it a little smaller. I don't know why it comes out so big all the time. And then you can scroll through and you'll see everything we did today. The whole presentation that we did today with the examples. And then I also put the 3 rules with the choose a question word and then the 3 rules. And then I gave you examples for each rule. Okay. I did say remember the exceptions for subjects. Okay. And again, there's a couple there's one example with who as the subject and one example with what as the subject. Oh, and I forgot to underline those. Hold on. Typo. Let me edit this real quick. There we go. Forgot to underline my subjects. Okay. All right. So there's all the explanation that we went through today, which is also on the recording that I'm doing right now. And this is the practice. It's exactly what you did today. Change the sentences to questions. Okay. What the heck? I told you to stay. Oh, sorry. All right. Anyway, so exactly what you did today. There's 12 sentences. Change them to questions. Write the full questions with your question words. Okay. And that's it right now. Okay. Tomorrow we'll do a little review. Probably on both kinds. And then I have like some vocabulary, reading, writing kind of traditional lesson. Okay, tomorrow. All right. If you have not told me about summer, I think all of you have. I think all of you, I know what you're doing for summer, so we're okay there. I do have one of my teacher friends who teaches level 4. She's gonna stop by Zoom tomorrow and introduce herself. Okay. So if you need to pick a level 4, you can see her, meet her. Okay. Cool lady. Very nice.
For me too, teacher.
Huh?
Question for me too. With
Yeah.
the other teacher. With the level 4.
Well, you said you weren't going in the summer.
Oh, it's only for summer.
Yeah, I don't know what she'll be teaching in the fall. None of us know what we're teaching in the fall.
Oh,
But
okay.
she is teaching level 4 this summer, so she's going to come introduce herself in case anybody wants to
Oh, okay.
go to her
Okay.
class. So,
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
okay.
Teacher, and how we know what is her class?
She going to tell you tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she'll tell you tomorrow. So
Because
like you, Sandra, if you're looking for, the level 4, because you're going to level 4, yeah, so she will have her class number, and then I will note that down and put it on the roster that I send in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's really cool. She's very nice and she's smart. It's a good combination, nice and smart. So, yep. Yeah, some of my level 4s have already registered. I didn't know you were going to do that when I told her, yes, come on in. So, we'll see what happens. Anyway, so she'll just be stopping by tomorrow to say hi. Okay. And give you her number. Okay. All righty. If you have any questions, I'm here. Otherwise, great work today, people. Have a wonderful day. I need to stop the recording, don't I?